Party people in the place to be, live from 58 Dream Street. We're Jameson with Games. Happy Sunday, folks. Hey, Stimpinski. Your message has, of course, vanished from the screen before I got to the screen that shows the chat, but I can see you there. Happy to have you here. Oh, hey, one moment. There we go. Got the lights set up properly now. Very nice, very nice. So here we are for the third session of our Sweet Home playthrough, the Famicom Adventure RPG Survival Horror Classic, never officially released by Capcom in the West, but fan translated more than once apparently. I'm playing the year 2000 fan translation, the one that introduced me to this game many, many years ago, although it wasn't until a few weeks ago that I ever really got anywhere in it. Yeah, so one moment. Let me almost forgot to adjust the audio volume. The Starting Soon song can go a lot louder than the game volume while I'm playing without becoming problematic. Okay, so here we are. It's a big weekend here at 58 Dream Street. Thanks to Sonneveld. Shout out to Sonneveld. By next weekend, I'm going to learn. It's probably like /SO space and then type the person's name or something. But I'll learn how to do the shoutouts officially. But, you know, in the old school sense, shout out to Sonneveld, who I have now discovered. Caught him today playing a bit of The Colonel's Bequest, although I had to avert my eyes because I'm trying to forget everything I know about that game so that I can play it relatively blindly. Okay, so here we are, and we are returning to Sweet Home. Very exciting. But oh yeah, sorry, no. Thanks to Sonneveld, the reason it's a big, we crossed the 200 follower threshold because Sonneveld raided with a big old group of folks, which was rad, there's a really good follower conversion rate. So hey, if you're anyone who just started following yesterday, here's me not doing a classic Sierra adventure game. I don't know if I count as I definitely count as a variety streamer because I'm always doing different games. But I don't know. I stubbornly resist having a clearly defined brand, which can probably be pretty frustrating. Except for the people who just find it fun to hang out, which is great. Like Stimpinski, if you're still there. Yeah, so here we are. Sweet Home is a great game. Really digging it so far. It was developed continuously, coterminously with a film in Japan. Well, like, in a set, like, if all I did here, I see what you're saying, Stupinski, but if all I did here was like the only thing on 58 Dream Street was Greg and James Beat 'em Up. The channel was just called Greg and James Beat 'em Up. We'd be variety streamers because we usually have more than one game, even just in a given stream. But there'd also be a pretty clear concept. It's a little like retro is clearly part of the theme here, or classic gaming, but then that runs into the problem that also we do Frosthaven, a contemporary board game, and then every now and then I'm just randomly playing a contemporary game. Could say I'm an RPG streamer, except that I do adventure games and puzzle games sometimes and beat 'em ups on Tuesdays. Anyway, whatever. Who cares? We have fun here, and I hope everyone who stops by also has fun here. We are diving in to the third session here, and the story of Sweet Home is the same story, roughly, as a film that it was developed coterminously with. It's not a adaptation or a licensed port of a film. It was developed at the same time with sharing of information between the production and the game. And the film was actually directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa, but it was in his early trying to make a name for himself stage, where he did not have the imprimatur of being Kiyoshi Kurosawa to be free from interference and stuff. From what I understand, it's not a well-regarded movie, and it's not something that he, is specifically proud of as an expression of his artistic abilities. But the plot is that a documentary film crew has come to Mamiya Manor, the manor home, the mansion of the late artist Mamiya Ichiru. It's a little unclear to me how, like, we're unraveling like a mystery of what happened here. But, and like, I think just to an extent, you just gotta say it's a horror story, just go with it. Because what we're finding out is that after the death of their son, Lady Mamiya, Ichiro-san's wife, went a little evil and started killing other children to provide playmates for her dead child. Oh no. So it's a haunted mansion, and as soon as the documentary crew arrives, they get stuck. We have thus far made our way down to the basement where we uncovered evidence of this horrible crime. We got access to Mamiya Ichiru's locked diary with a key we found in the basement. Told us a lot more about what's going on. We found out the next thing we need to do is gain access to Lady Mamiya's bedroom, and that's where we'll pick up. So with no further ado, let's fire this up. So yeah, Gaijin translations, foreigner translations, for anyone not in the know on the terminology there, translated this game. Ooh, too loud for my ears. Let me check what it looks like on the sound mix. I might turn that down a little. Let me know if it's too much or too little. Can I get a different song in here? No. Okay. Well, that's okay. So here we all are. And we need to gain access to Lady Mamiya's bedroom, which we've been told can be accessed from the veranda, but we need to be able to push bronze statues. The game has not given me a hint about how I could become able to push bronze statues, but I think there's three possibilities here. We have pushed one bronze statue, but that was pushed in the first place by an NPC, and after he pushed it, we became able to push it. Maybe that was a plot trigger for the characters having grown strong enough to push it. Maybe it's alternately leveling based, and I've either already hit the leveling threshold because that's how I was able to push that one before, or I can't imagine this game is really going to demand grinding, but if it, maybe, who knows. Or three, there is some puzzle that I got to solve. We got to find the home gym, put in some time on the weight machines. I don't know. In the hopes that it turns out to be that the answer turns out to be we can just do it now because we did it in the basement. I'm going to start by going to the veranda and seeing if we can push those statues. So I'll take Kazuo and Akiko, the director and the medical staff. Even though it's only a 5-person crew, this is a very responsible documentary. They are making sure they have a medic on staff. This is an area that we've already explored earlier before we went down to the basement. And so in this biome, we are far more powerful than our enemies. What are we holding? A fire extinguisher, a pail, which may or may not still contain blood water, or I guess pure blood that came from a fountain, a gem, which I'm not sure we need anymore, and a tool, which I'm also not sure we need anymore. And then whatever the other characters are carrying. Hopefully, because I remember visually that just beyond the statues, out here on the veranda, here's the statues, we have a place where possibly we could do a rope bridge. And if that's true, we'll need a rope. Hopefully the other characters have a rope. If not, well, I have a long list of where I've dropped items that I've had, so we'll go find one. Can we push bronze statues now, just freely anywhere? We can. Hell yes. All right, great. These two don't have a rope though, so they need to get out of the way, and we need to switch to the other party. It's not just that this is a Famicom game. But this is a 1989 Famicom game. This is not even like late generation when they were using really fancy chipsets to achieve like, say, some of the late examples. Like Kirby's Dream Land is probably one of the better examples of a late period Famicom / NES game that really went above and beyond with its technical capabilities. Thanks to, this was decade-old hardware almost, or possibly literally by that time. But they kept evolving the chipsets and the cartridges to keep squeezing more and more life out of it. But this is 1989, and despite being a 1989 game using a very sort of Dragon Quest-y RPG interface and asking us to manage a party of 5 characters who all appear on the map at the same time, can be coupled and decoupled into groups of up to 3, each have their own inventory slots but can only carry 2 items, constantly switching between the parties and reconfiguring them. It's really quite remarkable how good. Like, good in the sense, like, there are clunky Famicom RPGs that are still good. This doesn't even really feel clunky. It's a great interface. They did great work. I didn't even look at what items we have. We have a rope. We also have a wire, which we've never used. We have a bow, which we haven't found a purpose for. Low key, I'm not sure we need, and a pipe that we've never used. So we have lots of items. And sometimes items are like that gem we have was for a specific place. You needed to shine a gem to get rid of a force field. At other times, items, like say the rope, serve a specific purpose. And the rope has been for bridging chasms when there are posts to tie the rope on both sides. So let's try this. It's not long enough. Maybe that's what the wire's for then. Or maybe if we use the bow and someone else has a rope, or if we... Well, let's try just seeing if it's the wire first. Used wire, but nothing happened. Okay. Maybe it's the bow. Let's use the bow. Boom. The bow makes the rope longer. I think the real idea is that we can't throw the rope accurately at that distance to get it to hook on. We have lots of weapons to consider here. A rune axe. That's kind of outdated at this point. A silver sword. Kind of outdated, I think. Or is a silver sword better than a long sword? I don't know. And a flash knife. Emmy already has a flash knife. I don't know. How's the other party doing? Kazuo? Soul swords. Those are good because not only are they pretty good swords, but rune weapons, and then it seems also soul weapons, grant the bearer immunity to conditions. That's good stuff. But I guess since we only have one bow, that it's all up to this party. I think I'm gonna... For now, I think I need to move forward, see how they do up ahead, and then decide, should Taro be switching from the long sword to maybe the silver sword or the... You know what? Let's swap. What's the harm in taking a silver sword? Oh, wait, hold on. I think the attack numbers actually change. 237, 170. I don't know what the two numbers mean, but I do figure that higher is better. Oh, yes. Okay. Absolutely. And in fact, let's find out how Asuka's doing. 167, 110. If she took a flash knife. 182, 137. Seems like that would be better. I'll throw down a save before we advance here. Single save slot. I'm not using save states. But the game is pretty frictionless about loading back to that save. Because there is permadeath in this game. And while, if I get myself into a situation where I just cannot keep a character alive and advance, I'll accept it. My goal is to bring all of the characters all the way through to the ending and get the best ending, because there are 5 possible endings, as I understand it, based on who survives and perhaps what's left with them. Left of them. Hail British. What's is that a typo, or am I just not understanding what compty means? We used the key, but nothing happened. Oh no. What about this low key? Oh. The low key worked. Which is just great. You can see that Emmy, I think she's the director's assistant. Like, she doesn't have as clearly defined role. Asuka's the art historian preservationist. She has a special vacuum for cleaning frescoes. And Taro, of course, is the cameraman. We can see that Emmy just has a key around her neck. Why does she have a key? I'm not sure if that will ever come up in the plot. Ooh. Cool new music. What a strange wall. Look at it. Okay. The presence of a... So far, boulders, when we draw closer to them, have rolled at us suddenly. Should I be bringing just a single person so they can cower in these notches? I do believe that's what I should be doing for a moment, at least. It's just you don't want to get attacked when you're a single person, but I guess they can always use the call for help option. A skeleton! We got it, though. Okay. So, when you're not in a team, the team option teams up. When you're in a team, the team option splits up. This should allow Taro to escape this boulder. Brilliant. Ooh, and we'll also want to check, I think, what happened. Did the boulder do something when it hit that statue that Taro called a strange wall? Oh, and did the boulders survive? No, they did smash. No, looks like it's fine. Can we talk to it? Nobody's there. Capcom are not the only major NES developer or Famicom developer that just really, really had great chiptune composers on staff, but boy did they ever. We were out for Daniel's brother's in town, so we were out for some breakfast this morning together. And on the way, I spontaneously decided to seize control of the Bluetooth and the sound to play the moon theme from the DuckTales NES game by Capcom. And at first, Danielle was like, I don't want music on right now, and I certainly don't want video game music on right now. And I was like, just hold on. And it took like 10 seconds before she accidentally, we had to do 2 loops of the roundabout, because she instantly got so into the song that she was just bopping along, just driving in a circle. So this song is awesome. All the music in this game has been terrific. A skeleton! It's a talking skeleton. A trap! Drawn to your death! The DuckTales theme song, also excellent. And it does get a good chiptune rendition. I don't think we can credit the Capcom composers with that, except for the arrangement. But okay. A trap. Drawn to your death. By who? Oh man, that's creepy. There's a limit to like how scary I think you can make a game with the graphic and sound restrictions of a Famicom development. But in terms of evoking an atmosphere of creepiness and horror, I think they did a bang-on job. And this sort of like, I don't know, gathering of people. Are those statues? Are those corpses? What's going on down there? I mean, there's obviously ice. You're not going to tell me twice that if we step on that, we're probably going to slide. And on that note, I think I'll defer stepping onto the ice. We don't have a pick anymore, do we? No one here has a pick. Did I did in fact leave a pick in the basement near the flame fresco room. That's a long way back. A pick sounds like a thing that you'd be using to like hack through boulders or something, but its actual function in this game so far has been if you're holding a pick and you get into flowing water, you're not pulled along because you can like, you know, get a grip. So maybe it will do something similar on ice. Maybe we're gonna find like, you know, shoes that are just for this purpose. All right. It's definitely a better way to get over here. This is just tonic though. Oh, except we have an empty item slot. That's great. Limited healing items in this game. The tonics are the healing items. Nothing. Can we see what this is? Yeah, no. But it just feels like probably don't step on it. Because what if it's like, if it is ice, it could be just like, you know, top-down video game ice. You slide to the end. But it could be breaks through ice and then the character is drowning, which would be bad. Okay. So far, at least, no real reason to step onto that ice, I don't think. At least not before we explore less intimidating areas around here. What enemies might we face? A knight! Okay. Well, we know nothing of this enemy. We can't call for help. We can't get the whole team here because we only have one bow. Have I left a bow behind somewhere? If I have, I didn't make note of it. So we'll just fight it and see how it goes. Ooh, they hit hard. They can take 3 rounds of attacks. What's Asuka's prey point situation? She's at full. Let's just go for it. Big hit, 61 prey points. Didn't actually do that much more than our physical attacks. And also, we definitely would have finished it off that round with physical attacks. Probably before it attacked. Because I think, if I'm remembering correctly, the characters always have the initiative. Oh no. To the left. Oh. Getting hit with traps has never actually done that much damage to us. Not that you want to get hit by traps. This might, but... Oh, great. We're getting attacked while we flee from the boulder. Fortunately. Taro's frozen. Damn it. Can he still move with us? No, he can't. He's doomed. He's taken that hit. I mean, he's not doomed. He won't be killed, but he definitely took a bunch of damage. And... oh, jeez. I'm seeing how I obviously could have the whole team here. And I need to do it, so... we've got the bow. These two will go back and get the other two, because Akiko is going to need to use her med kit to get Taro unfrozen. So let's team up. Oh, wait. Right. Gotta split that team. And for that matter, get them out of the way. And then Akiko can join. We'll go across. Then we'll split again, and they can go back and get Kazuo. Now if we leave Akiko alone with the lettuce, she'll eat it. But if we leave her with the wolf will eat her. No, not the vacuum. It's not such a powerful vacuum that we can suction our way right across. Put Kazuo back with Akiko. You get a little bit of characterization even just in the default messages that they give for splitting up. Tell Akiko you're splitting up. She's like, all right. Tell Emmy, and she's like, I guess. Alright. Send these two in first. To help Taro out. Ooh, upside down and mutilated Toxie from Toxic Avenger. It's a ghoul. Okay, let's Kazuo will attack and Akiko will call because we can use this just to we might not have enough time to make it and join the fight, but it'll save us time later, taking advantage to move right now. Yeah, did not make it. If they make it, they can join the fight. You can have all 5 characters in the fight, even though they can never all be in a party together. Hits fairly hard. Seems to take a lot of hits. But we have a lot of hit points now. Akiko is taking some damage. We also have a tonic right now. Just one. How many have I left behind that I've noted? 3 that I can backtrack for, plus whatever are up ahead of me. I think I'm doing pretty good with item management in that sense. Healing item management, at least. Taro's free. I'm going to keep Taro teamed up with Emmy and Asuka and have them stay on point for now. Actually, hold on. Kazuo is level 14, Akiko is 15, Taro's 13, Asuka's 14, Emmy's 14. So yeah. Hopefully we'll get a level up for young Taro. Mutilated. At first glance, it can be, not super obvious what this is, but once it comes into focus, a murdered body in a pool of its own blood, still seated, hunched over on its knee. Evocative. And they always talk. The room is close. Must find the 2 keys. So probably none of our keys will work here. Or the reason that he couldn't find the key to this room is because Emmy had it all along. Ice again. Oh, but we have no choice but to step onto it because we can't just go right back. It's this kind of ice. I'm here. Hurry. Oh no. How do we... We're screwed. We have to load. And I haven't... Oh, damn. Well, that hurts. Because they were definitely just going to die. Because I don't know how to walk on the ice yet. That was a little cheap. Although I should have been saving before going into strange new rooms. But it's a little cheap that you step in, you can see that you have no choice but to go on the ice. But since you can't get off the door square, you can't turn around and go back through the door. That's not realistic. That's not how that would actually work. Wait a minute. No, don't you split up. I'll split Asuka off, because then she can just bring both of them back at once. Bum 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 bum. Oh, it's Asuka on her own against the skeleton. Skeletons hit pretty hard, but they also go down pretty good. Pretty easily. Which is good. At least this part's more efficient this time. And knowing that young Taro is in the worst condition, and we had exchanged items already, that's good. Glad I at least saved after that. Alright, the low key. I'll send Taro in on his own. Although actually, it's not like I want him to do fights by himself anyways. Oh, whatever. He can call for help if he needs to. Not as difficult or as intimidating as similar things to this in, like, Elden Ring, for example. What a strange wall. Is it the wall that's strange and not the... Can we talk to the wall? No. I don't know if when he says what a strange wall, is he talking about the little statue thing or the wall itself? Probably this will become clearer later. You know what? At this point, I should bring Asuka and Emmy. Oh, wait. I should bring Asuka and Emmy, but that's not the configuration of teams that we have right now. Emmy loves teaming up. She's a big believer in safety and numbers. She's very reluctant to be left on her own. You'd think that a documentary film team would have the emotional maturity to work effectively as a full group of 5. But alas, here we are. Can only team up in groups of 3. Okay, 2 attacks, and we'll call the others just for map travel efficiency. Because you can't get in an additional random battle when you're running to catch up to your friends who are crying for help. So we covered some ground there. Ooh. I suppose we could have defeated it instead of calling, which in other ways would be more efficient, but so it goes. Alright, so I am thinking, based on all that damage that we were just continuously taking when we did fall in here, that those are indeed... Maybe we should be picturing those as animated bodies? Or maybe they only become animated when they have something to claw at and gnaw on? I don't know. Or maybe they're dead people who are just legitimately dead, but they're in, like, brambles. I don't know. We don't quite have the graphical acuity to reach a strong conclusion. I have just started. So, like, when I say just started, like, I don't have anything to show for it yet. But I've just begun to learn to make chiptune music. And I gotta figure out how to get a bass sound this good. I downloaded some prefab instruments, and none of the bass tones I've checked out so far are as satisfying to me as this. But yeah, figuring out how to do music in a tracker, which is it's weird. Like it's not like sheet music. It's like each channel in the Famicom has 4 available channels, 2 waves, 1 triangle. Couldn't quite tell you the difference between those. Triangle's weird, I know that, but why? I'm not sure yet. And then noise, and the noise channel is important because there's no drum machine in the Famicom chipset. So whenever you're hearing drums, that's just artfully calibrated noise signaling to create the impression of a snare hit or a what have you. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'm starting out. Alright. Dodging didn't work last time. Can we duck the flying knife? No! Still, it's only 10 damage. Oh no, and then we're attacked immediately on the spot. But at least this time, if the knight freezes someone, we haven't triggered the trap yet. I don't want to call the others to this fight. And we didn't need to. Because I don't want them to just be standing there helpless. Let's show that I've learned my lesson by saving. That's one part of the lesson I've learned. The other vital part is... Did it just say someone's too scared? Is Emmy... She's got the fear. Fear is a delayed onset curse. And curse freezes you in place. You can't move. So that broke the whole party up since she's in the middle. Oops. But we'll bring Akiko over. Fortunately, Akiko is a really skilled nurse. She can immediately fix supernatural curses with her medkit. I'll get my gauze. Hold on. Okay, whatever... I was going to say whatever Kazuo is equipped with sucks, but he has the same weapon. So Kazuo is just less strong than Akiko. Is that because she's a higher level than him? I really should have called some of the others. It's too late now. We're in it. We're in it to win it. I'm not sure how experience divides. Like, when it says 104 experience, is that split over the characters? Is just every character involved in the battle? If it's every character involved in the battle, then it's woefully inefficient to ever not call all 5 into a fight. But who knows? Emmy will get the band back together here. Okay. So we know from experience that this door is a trap that relies on the limitations. Oh no. Stopped myself just in time there. Please not a knight that could stun us. It is a knight. Well, let's kill it. Okay, 57 prey points. That was pretty good damage. We defeated it 1 round. It didn't get to act. We have evaded the boulder. Great. We can go up there. And I think I saw another tonic up there. But for now, that just is what it is. Does Emmy's key work? It does. The director, I think, of this game was also the producer for Resident Evil. And you can see the DNA, right? Nowhere more obvious than when you're literally seeing the door opening. But also the limited inventory, the complicated mansion filled with weird puzzles, the general atmosphere of grim horror. So here's another ice pit. Is this just rope? Just regular rope? Well, we're good for rope. Another bow, if we need it. The game is generous with repeat items in case you need them. At any rate, we don't... Smokey! Welcome! We got started on our second attempt last night at the elemental cores scenario. Oh, Marcel. Our tormentor. And we're doing much better because we didn't forfeit in the second round when it became immediately hopeless due to our terrible moves in the first 2 rounds. But we only made it through 3 rounds. So it's tough to say, like, yeah, we're doing great this time just yet. Okay, was it just a tonic up here? Yeah. Oh! Oh, there's an axe. I really, really dig this game. The Is it... Hello, your mom. Is it warm where you are today? Oh, you know what? Now that I've said that out loud, I remembered that it was actually quite cool this week. And so I had my window closed in here. But now, it's just lovely and temperate. Okay. Just having fun with words. Which I'm supportive of. Because words are fun. This game is great, Smokey. I really dig it. It's... And hey, if that's what you want to do... That's pretty lazy wordplay, but I'm chipping in. Yeah. This game lives up to the hype of it being this, like, you know, amazing classic that, you know, we missed in the West. It's it achieves, like, each character, like, you can see I got my 3 characters formed up like a Dragon Quest party right now, but all 5 of the characters are persistent on the map, and they can group up in groups of up to 3, and they can split up. They all have an inventory where they have their like signature item that they must always be holding, and then they have a weapon slot when you find weapons around, and then they just have 2 slots for other things that you find that you need to solve puzzles and tonics for healing, that kind of thing. And within that context, the user interface is remarkably smooth. The cut axe. That sounds cool. Yeah, this game, so... I said this literally just before you arrived, so apologies to anyone else who's like, you know, I'm repeating myself, but I'm not 100% sure I'm saying the right roles here, but I think the director of this game was then the producer of Resident Evil. And sort of took it as an opportunity, I guess, like, they were kind of frustrated by the limitations of the Famicom. Although, frankly, I think that they use them beautifully. Okay, let me see here. Who might I swap something out for? Asuka currently has 202, 157. I don't know exactly what those attack numbers mean, but my assumption is higher numbers are better. It's neat. There are limitations, like, you know, the game hasn't scared me. There's not even like a dogs through the window moment, like in Resident Evil, but it absolutely achieves like a great amount of atmosphere, and the story itself is horrifying. Darkest thing I've seen in it. Like, I've never seen a Famicom game with this much discussion of child murder. The cut axe takes Asuka to 237, 170. That seems good. Throw down a save every now and then. This game has limited healing items, just like Resident Evil, but they hadn't come up with the idea of making saving dependent on a limited consumable item. So you can at least save whenever you want to your 1 save slot. Yeah, the story, roughly, is that this is the mansion of Mamiya Ichiru, who is a famous Japanese artist in the world of the game. And he's rumored to have left behind some great frescoes that no one ever saw, sort of doing like a Goya deal, just like painting in his own home near the end of his life. And So this documentary crew comes to try to find them. Turns out the mansion's haunted. They get trapped inside, and they're unraveling what happened. And what we found out so far is that after 10 years of being married, Mamiya Chiro and his wife, who we only know as Lady Mamiya, had their first child. Within a month, that child had accidentally died, and it was sort of Lady Mamiya's fault. And then within a month of that, driven mad and a little evil by her grief, Lady Mamiya started killing children to provide playmates for her child. It's grim. It's grim stuff. We're trying right now to get access to her bedroom to learn more. Oh no, Asuka is cursed. Like the message you get when someone gets cursed is not Asuka is cursed. It's Asuka the Cursed. And that just means she's paralyzed. We need Akiko the nurse. But yeah, among other things. Oh, great. And now Kazuo is frozen. Which means, I believe, that they're frozen in place. Not that they're unable to fight. Although then I think when we go to the map, we're kind of weird. Oh, never mind. I was wrong about what curse is. Curse is like classic JRPG poison. Okay, so I will have Asuka decouple from the group so that she's not taking continual damage by moving. Taro and Emmy hopefully don't get frozen on the way. Why did I say that out loud? I was asking for this. Okay. Well, we should run. Perfect. Okay. Then, when you stand like things like this, so smooth. If you go to the item menu and you're standing next to a party member who you're not partied with, you have access to your items and their items. Whereas if a party is standing alone and you go to the item menu, you have every member of that party's items. So we can take Akiko's kit and use it to unfreeze her. So there's all kinds of little puzzles like this. And there's a lot of movement and navigation type puzzles using the items. Which is a bit different from the Resident Evil experience. I have heard good things about Broken Sword. And so like right now, I've pretty much just been pure Sierra. But like at some point I gotta branch out a little. So like yes, I would consider. But the thing I always gotta say whenever I think of something is ooh. Well, yeah, what was the story with that, British? British was encountering an enemy in a Pathfinder game that had, when examined, had both invulnerability and weakness. Area of effect. That's very clever. If you're, weak to electricity or whatever, stand in the negative electricity zone. So yes, the caveat I must always give when someone recommends a game I should try, and I think like, yeah, I'd do that, is that this is very much in the fullness of time. Now I'm a fairly young man and I'm in good health. So we got time. We'll get there. Akiko the Cursed. Fortunately, she can take care of herself, and since she's never going to take a step here, that curse was nothing, and the ghoul turned down his chance to hit us. Very good. We got the band back together. Ooh. Okay, boulder traps. Let's try to trigger them. Oh no, a light is falling. You have to react quickly and make the right choice. Please don't go up the stairs. Oh, thank goodness. I forgot that I had my other two characters standing in the path of those boulders. Alas, I can only dream of the halcyon days when the earth was still green and I was 38, because I'm now 39. But yeah, young at heart, and you know what? Fairly young in terms of, you know, I got very lucky to have, when I was 28 or 29, I had a temp student government job, and one of my coworkers there was just like, "Hey, you like video games, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you have a Wii?" I was like, "Well, I got a Wii U now," and he was like, "What the hell is that?" Because Nintendo did not name that console very well for marketing purposes. Ah, yes, your mom. I was going to use my summer vacation, you might recall me having said so many times, to really make a ton of progress in Ultima 7 Part 2 Serpentile. And then besides my vacation getting all messed up with Danielle's injury, I also was just like, I'm going to pop on Wizardry Gaiden 4, and boom, I played Ultima 7 Part 2 3 times. I'll be playing that game forever. But yeah, I got very lucky that my coworker was like, he asked me about this, and then he was like, well, you know, I don't use my Wii anymore. You want that Wii Fit? I got a balance board. And he just like gave it to me. I didn't even want it. Then I brought it home. And for the most part, I found Wii Fit pretty boring. But it did have yoga in it. And I started doing yoga because of that. And I can't recommend it enough if anybody's not doing yoga. Especially if you're, you know, growing older as we all are. Oh man, the yoga is... my body works better now than it did when I was 29, which is real good. Oh. I'm pretty sure all those guys would do is put me in a fight with the, with the night enemy. But it's still scary when there's real-time enemies stalking you. This is a cool feature. When you're in a battle, you can call the other party, and they get a limited time window to try to get to you. And if they get to you, they can join the fight in the next round. And they also become targets in the round when they arrive. So like, if you have a party of two, and say one of them was really badly hurt. Actually, speaking of really badly hurt, Akiko is not doing great. But everyone else is doing pretty good. And the way the healing items work is they heal all three, or everyone in a current party back to full. So you try to only use them when you have 3 people who need healing. Nah, we'll play it by ear. I think I'm doing good on tonic management because I can see from my notes that there are 3 I could backtrack to. I'm carrying 1, and we know there's one right over there on top of these rooms. Okay. Do not want to go down into that door. But perhaps I do want to go down into this door. That key doesn't work. Emmy's the key holder. For some reason, she has the key to many of the doors in Mamiya Manor. No. So, when this corpse here tells us the room is close, must find the 2 keys, he at least means we need a key to that. And perhaps there's another locked door beyond we need a second key for. So, we do have to deal with those scary knights. But let's send the other party to do that. Actually, wait. Is Taro still lower level than everybody else? Oh, and Asuka is cursed or something? No, she's fine. Oh, she's flashing because it's telling me who I just selected. Is Taro still lagging behind? No, he's level 14, 14, 15, 14, 15. I'll just send this party. But I don't want to send Akiko. Okay. If I had really dug in on this game when it was first fan translated, back in the halcyon days of the year 2000, Remember the year 2000? When we thought, when people were publishing books called The End of History? It's just liberal democracy from here on out, they said. Bring this party to help, and hopefully the monster doesn't hit Akiko. Of course. Why is Kazuo suddenly so bad at doing damage? He has the same soul sword. Maybe that's just his fate as he levels. Okay. Let's make a different team. I'll send Emmy forward with the others, simply because she has the key. But before we leave, we'll group these two. Okay, here we go. Into the unknown. Well, we sort of know. We know that there are statues beyond here. And another tonic. Okay. It's time to just... Let's deal with these knights. Let's clear this room, at least of the, like, pre-existing enemies. And then let's take whichever three of us are the most hurt and use the tonic. Emmy's frozen. And we win. Switch to Akiko, so I'm using her item. Because I want to use her item. Here we go. Oh yeah. This is third session now. Many hours into this game. I can't get over how smooth the process of managing all these characters and breaking them into different parties. And why does Kazuo suck now? I don't understand. Maybe now that he leveled up, he'll be stronger. Oh. They don't have Emmy with them either. Well, I'll go back for Emmy. Like, what are Kazuo? 160, 181. But that's the same as Akiko, and Akiko is doing way better than him. What's up with that? We can tell there's at least one more living suit of armor. He's frozen again. Call the nurse. Okay. Should we just do it now? Sure. Let's do Akiko, Kazuo, Asuka. So split these ones up. Switch to Emmy. Split her off from them. She can team up with Taro. Switch to Kazuo. He can re-team with Asuka. And then team with Akiko. And then we'll use... None of us are holding the tonic. That's okay. Does that mean Emmy has the tonic? Yes. Kazuo can swap. Like, look at this. Look at this inventory management. We're limited to 2 item slots per character, and the inventory management is smooth and easy to keep track of. Easy to wrangle. And then These are the 3 I want to do it? Yep. Kind of wasteful, but like, we certainly do not want the nurse getting killed. We'll grab the other tonic. Okay. And then we have more doors to investigate. How am I for time? I'm a little time constricted because we got family in town. We got things to do. But I do have an hour and change. Oh. Okay. Emmy. And Taro. Oh, of course. The 2 of them get attacked. The 2 who we didn't just heal. Skeleton blew wind. Taro flew away. Oh no. This could be bad, depending on... I mean, let's find out. Where's Taro? Oh no. And then he's stuck. Oh dear. There's a lot of backtracking involved right now to help Taro. But I could just cheese it with the save slot, but I'm trying to only instantly revert to the save slot when it like something really, you know, someone gets killed because of a new game mechanic I couldn't predict or something. And with the random battles being pretty breezy, it's a good way to keep experience progressing. So far, I haven't done any grinding, and I don't want to ever do grinding, so it's just not what I do. It's not how I play games. Wait. I brought 3 of them. They can't... 3 of them cannot retrieve Taro. So, Kazuo, the one who is mysteriously unable to do as much damage as the others, can stay behind. Despite being a you know, complicated map, the excellent stylization of the map makes it really easy to figure out where you're going. I'm not super scared of this guy right now, because this is going to be... I don't think it's a knight. No. It's just armor. 256 damage from Asuka. That cut axe. And then we use the team option to pull Taro off the sticky floor. Oh no. Why did that abandon Asuka? Or... what's happening here? I'm confused. Oh, they got in a random battle. So now Asuka is on her own. But she has the cut axe. One hit kill. She can handle herself. And we're back on track as long as I... oh man. The ghosts also, just like the skeleton wind, grab a character, separate from them from the party, and drag them to a random spot in the mansion. I would have been extremely tempted to revert to the save had it come to that. But here we are. Okay. We can take advantage of the first random battle that'll hopefully come along the way to get the other party, the other 2 traveling across the map. And we'll be back on track. Hopefully I can make it to the bedroom. In the first 2 sessions, I managed to hit milestones just by the end. Oh, great. He tried to blow the wind, but it didn't do anything. So this guy also does the wind. That's horrible. What a horrifying situation we found ourselves in here. But we're just about back on track. Don't do it, skeleton. I can deal with that. Because the kit's right here. Akiko is holding it. Kazuo, for whatever reason, is the low hitter of the team now. Maybe there's like a thing where different characters are more skilled with different weapon types, and that plays an effect in how much damage they can do. But if that's the case, it's not communicated in a way that is obvious to me. But I guess we'll find out if I get a chance to give Kazuo like a, you know, something else. So far, Theta, and hello. So far, so good. One little bump in, well, I had to revert to a save once because there was kind of a cheap bit of design where we entered a room that had an ice floor, and the ice floor is exactly what you'd expect in a top-down Famicom game. Step on it and you just slide. And it slides into a pit of what seemed to be living corpses, and then your characters are just continually taking damage. But we went through the door, and the ice floor was right there, and of course, you have to step off the door and step back to go back through it, so we couldn't turn around. I was not persuaded that that was fair enough that I had to accept those consequences. And then, other than that, we just had to regroup, because a skeleton blew wind and sent Taro back to another part of the mansion. But now we're back on track. If I immediately get blown away again, I reserve the right to just save it, load the save. Okay, we need a new key for that door. We have 2 keys on us. I'm not thrilled that I've also discovered the knight also has the blow wind ability. So I prefer just getting, you know, punched in the face by it. Level up for Akiko. Makes her level 16 now. Very nice. Oh. Oh no! Look out! Go to the right! Hooray! The traps never do much damage, but you still feel better when you successfully dive out of the way. Ooh, creepy. Lots of mice in here. Some of them are much larger. Does that matter? What does that mean? Oh, it's a cat. Hold on a second. What devilry is this? Cats just hanging out. I guess maybe they were all, you know, they were raised together. They're bonded. Is this just a wax candle? No, it's a blue candle. I feel like probably those stairs go down into a dark little chamber. So let's swap. I'm gonna leave the gem for now. Because the gem might have been a single purpose weapon. Cat and mouse room. Doing handwritten notes. Keep track of this game. It's like a slide puzzle, but actually a little less annoying than doing a slide puzzle. Ooh, hold on. This is something new. What's this? A ruby ring. Okay. Not actual size. Well, probably we want a ruby ring. That seems like a solve a puzzle kind of thing. I'm not sure we need the tool for anything else than the one thing that it vaguely did. Below cat and mouse room. What is that tool? What's going on there? What do we think that is? Oh, we can't push these bronze statues. Is it maybe they can be dissolved with the blood? Or maybe it's a certain character who is strong enough. Maybe it's Asuka and or Kazuo who are strong enough to move it. Either way, we have the capacity to find it. Damn. With Taro hitting so hard, I was really confident that we might get that in one round. Taro is, unfortunately, I hate to see one character so disproportionately damaged compared to the rest, since you want to maximize the value of all your healing items. If I fight my way down there and Kazuo can't and Asuka can't do anything, I don't want to go through this again, so I'll just revert to the save. No. We're back to bronze statues that we can't just push, but do these ones dissolve from the pail of blood? No. There's only one, and I think it was like an old, weathered bronze statue. Well, I said I didn't want to go through this, but it's actually not so hard. Well, it's not hard at all, but it's not even so frustrating. Okay. I shouldn't be calling the other party in. Try to minimize the hits that Taro takes. So is this timer based? Yes, okay. Or steps based. Now we know. Knight defeated. Kazuo frozen. But the nurse is right here. Make sure to team Kazuo and Asuka back up. But then, Emi's the one whose key we need to test on the remaining locked doors. Nothing here. Nothing there. Okay. Well, there's lots of doors here. And we really, really need to find a... Oh no, to the right! Oh, I'm not sure if map position matters, but if it does, we're just... Okay, no. If it did matter, she flattened herself against the wall and avoided the knife. Mysterious statue placement. Oh, because these are special statues. What do you think, gang? 3 statues with open hands. Would they like a ruby ring? No. Look again. 3 statues, open hands. Would they like the blue candle? Yes, they would. Now that we've placed it, it fits. Candle in hand. Let's get Kazuo, who has a lighter. Hey, it's Toxie. As long as he's not hitting Taro, he can punch the rest of us in the face all day. Use lighter. Lit the candle. But nothing happened. Okay. Look. Candle in hand. Would praying help? Level low. Well, that certainly suggests that there's some room for praying to help here. Akiko is our highest leveled character. Is there a pray stat? No, just the min-max of points. Oh no. Hopefully level 16 is the level, because otherwise I am indeed forced to grind. No. Akiko used 81 prey points, but nothing happened. Candle in hand. Do you want the ruby ring now? No. If we look at this, do we still just see the 3 statues? Of course. There's 3 open hands. Do we need more candles? If so, I've got at least 1 far behind me. I should have been also noting things that I saw but didn't pick up. I've only been writing down the locations of items I've dropped myself. However, I feel confident enough that we're on the right track here to save. Perhaps I will come to regret that greatly. Okay, what else do we have? If we just use the ruby ring, does anything happen? No. Well, I just saved. What if I try spamming prayer a little here? I'm reserving the right here to take my prey points back by loading the save. Because also, what if it's literally like, you know, need to use all 85 or 84? I don't think this is going to do anything. But once more. Oh, not even close. Okay. Well, Candle in hand. Can't take the candle back. Okay. Alright. Reverting the save, and then... The frustrating part here is that the answer might be grind even more so that you can pray with more points. Or the answer might be get more candles. Well, fortunately, if I have a thought of, like, look around, see if there's more candles, try to give them all a candle. Because that kind of makes sense. I've already tried this door, right? Oh, wait. Can I just walk on that area? Right here? No. Okay. Fortunately, backtracking a little will get me in fights. Fights are brisk. It's like grinding, but it's not grinding. The most painful part of grinding to me is waiting for random encounters to happen. Wait a minute. Did I ever do anything about the door here? Okay, so now... I never even looked into this door, I don't think. Okay. So what do we have here? We have pills, which I believe just are a consumable item that duplicates Akigo's medkit. Wire. We have some wire. Not on us. The other two have the wire. Because I think matches just duplicate Kazuo's lighter. So let's take the wire. And let's check out this basement area. Is it the other side? Yes, and we need Kazuo. Because his lighter... I suppose I could grab the matches, but... You don't want to separate the team. This is both a survival horror video game and a horror story in a haunted mansion. Not the kind of situation. Kazuo sucks at attacking right now, so let's have him... I've been underusing prey points for attacking. Although I didn't land high enough to get much out of them there. That thing that I just said. Underusing these for attacks. 77 prey points. That helped us get the job done. It's tricky, you know, you always want to conserve resources. Because just like prey points are also restored by the tonics, but then that puts us in the same limited healing, limited prey point restoration. Ooh, a new enemy. It's a wolf. Let's get the rest of the gang in on this. Hopefully that doesn't result in the wolf biting Taro. Good. Not that it's good when Kazuo gets bitten by a wolf. A basement wolf. Not a lot of experience for such a hardy wolf. Ooh, a new fresco. Burn the rope barrier. And then we might need both Taro and Asuka, depending on whether this is dirty. It's not dirty. So, let's get a picture. Letters appear. June 17th. I might have missed one already in this area. There's usually 3 fresco messages for each month. Or it could just be that it's June 17th. I'm going to go out on a limb and say June 17th is in the middle. Leave myself a space here. A man awaits his master's rings. Rings. Anything more to that message? No. Okay. What kind of spear is this? A shiny spear. Kazuo, maybe you're a spearman. Maybe that's your calling. And then we have a camera, but that I'm thinking that's like a limited use replacement for Taro's camera. We don't need it. Oh, and a broom, which is a limited use replacement for Asuka's vacuum. We don't need it. Is this just the opposite side of the place we've already seen? It is. So we didn't gain much by coming back here. But even though Asuka is a better hitter, usually, I'm letting Kazuo take the attack to C. Okay, good. He's a little tougher now. Kazuo poisoned. Is poison like paralysis here? I think so. At any rate, the nurse is literally looking Kazuo in the face. Good stuff. Okay. Well, if I missed this one thing, perchance, I missed other things too. So, let's throw out a new save. Update the save. Because one thing I didn't really do I'm not sure there was an opportunity to do it. But in the first room where we saw ice, maybe there was a way to slide on the ice that would be beneficial to us. Also, maybe I've passed wax candles. If all 3 statues need a wax candle before we start praying at them, I should look. There's a friendly cat. Okay, no. I think sliding from here will be safe. You know what? Here will be safe, I believe. Let's find out. I'm here. Hurry. Oh, whoops. They decouple. It's a it's sloped ice. Ah. And they decoupled. Calm blue ocean. Calm blue ocean. Alright, now I'm not going to do that a 3rd time. There, that's the thing. The party member is always in the leaders in the front position. They don't have the bow. Oh, but the rope can do it from here, can't it? Yes, it can. No candle. Do I want to start backtracking to find past candles? I suppose there's a case to be made for trying that on the grounds that maybe one of them will hit level 17 and suddenly be strong enough at praying to do something to the statues with praying. Feels like, given that it did say 3 statues with open hands. Oh, we need the bow here. Oh no. Bum 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 bum. If it turns out the answer is like, after lighting the candle, use Asuka's vacuum for some reason, well, I'll feel silly for having done this backtracking, but probably it's not that. Oh dear. Always bad news when you split the party at all, because this stuff starts happening. Just a comedy of errors. Alright, I feel my hopes of getting to the bedroom before I need to stop fading, but we still got time. We'll press on, undaunted, fearless. Back further. Alright, up into there. Yikes. But the battles themselves are becoming easy, which I appreciate. It's okay, the nurse is here. Alright. Send these 3 back and then start the other ones coming. And then there's this... They kept saying, what a strange wall around these walls. Can we bash through the wall with a pipe? No. If we take a picture of the wall? No. What if we take a picture of the statue here? No. Because the characters, when we first walk past these walls, we're like, what a strange wall. Will the ring reveal something? I feel like we would have, like, if it's going to be something like that, we're going to get a message that says, you know, we'll find a message that says the ring reveals the truth. Actually, we already received a message that suggested that the rings are just a solution to a puzzle involving a man who wants the rings. Ah. Okay. Now they're both heavy hitters again. Perhaps it is just that some characters are just bad with some things. Can Kazuo burn the strange wall? No. Can Asuka vacuum strange wall? No. What about the statue? Might as well. Oh, or the dissolving blood? No. Okay. Probably whatever that does will become clearer later. Okay, save here before I send these two backwards to try to find candles. The only one that I've noted a location for is way back in the basement. No, in the second floor storage room. That's not so far. And with just one, we can validate whether getting more of the wax candles lets us. Is this the second floor storage room? Yes, it is. Dun 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 dun. It's the wall, brother. Let's drop a tonic. Get my pencil to update these notes. Tonic. 2-floor diary room, which is what I should be calling this place. In fact, perhaps there is a room that I was calling 2-floor storage that also has a candle. Well, let's cross that bridge when we come to it. It's the man. When he attacks, he'll turn around and will think he's the Terminator. I think he's... Well, never mind. He's not going to get to attack. I think the idea is supposed to be that he's just like a... He turns around and we mostly see his skull instead of a human face. But it absolutely looks like a Terminator that's taken some damage. If we get back and it's just nothing happened, well, that's a shame. But we'll have learned something. Ah, the Knights of Respond. Oh well. We can avoid them. I don't know how well we can avoid them. For how long. We can also beat them in fights, so... We have options. And we're approaching the point of being, you know, stronger than the enemies here. That might even be understating the case. Used Waxy, but nothing happened. Okay. Is that because there are 3 blue candles? Is it because the demon men want rings and just for some reason weren't taking them? Is the answer to pray harder? Am I misremembering that I tried to give them the ring? There's lots of possibilities. All equally horrible. But if nothing else, we're just racking up experience here, while not taking really all that much damage. You know, 95 here and there, but what you like to see, if you gotta see your characters getting damaged, is 2 of them roughly equivalently damaged. Akiko can pray a little bit harder now. Maybe that's our solution. In the looking at a special item location screen, it has in the past straight up said, you know, praying won't help and not let us try to pray. So I do feel like the conclusion here, you sure you don't want this ruby ring? Okay. Alright, what if we took your picture? No. Do you have a secret key slot? No. Do you have a medical problem? No. Can we pray harder? No, not if I'm gonna... Okay, well I just saved, so I'm gonna just... if it is praying harder, I need to get right to the top of this to find out. And it's very, very fast. 85 is the most I've ever used. It did nothing. 86. There's no return from 86. Okay. Okay. Well, like I said, I'll go back to this save. It doesn't seem like it would be, but what if? I haven't tried the vacuum here. Can I light the candle even harder? No. Can I dump blood on the statues? No. Not even sure if there's still blood in there. Can we wrap a wire around them? No. The wire is, I think, going to eventually reveal itself as a navigation puzzle type thing. Okay. Well, as long as we got a save here, is there a character who's just better at praying? I think if there is, it's probably Emmy, but let's try. Yep, the candle's in hand. But so what? Hey, full. It looked full, but it was not full. Okay. Asuka is not a special master prayer. Let's try Emmy. It's probably not this, but like, you know, try everything, try everything. And I certainly can't see why it would be Taro. Let's look first. Taro's too low level to try, which makes it seem like maybe the answer is just praying harder with more points. But it seems odd because at this point, we're leveled to the point that we're mostly tougher than the enemies we meet. Did I just mistake that I had done all the doors? Is there something special about the door? No. Like, locked. And for some reason, instead of a key slot, it has a ring indent. Would that it could be so easy. What if... Here's a thought. I don't know, but it's worth a try. What if in that cat and rat room... we have a cat whose, like, collar has a ring on it. Silent cat? No, can't talk to the cat. Okay. What if the gem again does something? Worth a try. I'll drop the fire extinguisher for now. What if one of the statues wants the gem? What if they want the gem and the ruby ring? Probably not. But what if they want them, but in the order of gem and then ruby ring? You can dream. There's no law says you can't dream. Taro leveled up, but that just makes him... well, he's 16 now. Gem isn't doing nothing here. And why would I think that the ring would now? It's got a candle in hand. Maybe it is about figuring out those strange walls. I believe I've tried every door with both keys. Let's see. Running out of time. Can't hurt to be certain. Or alternately, what if... There's a boots item that allows us to walk on sticky floors without getting stuck. Can the boots also let us walk on ice? Is there any reason we would want to be able to navigate on the ice? Can we wrap wire around... no. Wrap wire around your feet and make ice walking shoes? No, doesn't seem like it. Emmy leveled up. She's 17 now. Same prey point maximum as Akiko. So I'm not yet led towards believing that the answer is... you know. Okay. Is there some... there's another candle. Another blue candle. But it's the getting there without... oh. We can actually just glide down to it. Okay. Let's try that. Not coming from that bad door. Remembering that the party gets split up in a weird way. And then... let's swap the gem here. Now the gem is in second ice room. And if I need it, I've left a fire extinguisher in the cat and mouse room. I actually feel pretty confident now that the solution is... and also, I don't think we've been this way. So perhaps we're about to find... hopefully not an unopenable door. No, an openable door. from this side. Because I think we have tried to open that door from the other side. Maybe? No. Uh-oh. More demon statues. Are they awaiting ruby rings? Okay, so turns out I got too intimidated from the one time I went through the wrong door and got all messed up in that room. And perhaps the answer was simpler than it seemed. Look out. To the right. Ooh, nope. But here's the thing. The traps never seem to do too much damage. Okay. Nothing special there, just some of those statues would like to kill you. Living humans. And a bunch of them, too. Holy smokes. 2 keys are in the back passage. I'm gonna call this place the bedroom zone and start taking some notes. Keys are in the back passage, which I bet is behind... those statues. Okay. You think these people would want to say something like, "Oh my goodness, can you help us? We're trapped in here with our dead friends. Madame awoke after her baby was dug up. We did dig up the baby's grave, but we didn't dig up... We're not responsible for digging up the baby. It was already gone. Probably that's the long-term goal. Lay that baby back to rest. She no longer recognizes us. I'm scared." So these are the servants. It seems. This is the servants' quarters. Theory confirmed. It's relatively safe, I hope. Well, I mean, there is one skeleton and one dead body in the room with you right now. Madame was badly burned trying to save the child. That would probably be her child and not the children she later burned. So, did her child fall into the incinerator in the basement? In which case, like, her responsibility would just have been, why did I take my child down when I went to stoke the furnace? Don't need the low key. Ugh. Oh ho, is that what you say? Well, let's free up a slot. Is it even possible to just free up slots? I don't actually think it is, now that I think about it. No. So we free it up by swapping it for something, but that's good to know. Because this low key is low-key taking up space in our inventory. It's a skeleton, but it's not the kind that comes alive and says something scary. Emmy's key works on this door. There's also stairs down. We'll check everywhere. Let's update the save. Look at the clock. I'm in my last half hour. Okay, yes. That's a door we couldn't open from the other side. What about down in the basement? Is there another blue key? Or, sorry, not key. Candle. Probably. We need Kazuo. Good time for the two of them to catch up. They have to backtrack, which will unfortunately respawn the knights, but at the same time, who cares? We're really good at killing knights now. Do not, under any circumstances, get stunned, poisoned. Yeah, just get punched. I can live with either of you getting punched in the face. Not that I want you to get punched in the face. I'm just saying it's not a big deal to me if it happens. I'm not sweating it. What a satisfying game. I've never been stuck for long. And when I get stuck, like, just some systematic re-exploration, experimentation, and once absolute dumb luck has gotten me back on track pretty quickly. And yet I don't feel like it's, like, easy. Like I'm not, you know, I'm not just cruising through some little game that never tries to baffle me. Well, let's have these two look at it in case it's dirty. It's not. So we'll get the others to come. So Taro can take a picture. And this one, I bet, is pre-June 17th. Yeah, June 7th. June 7th. The tomb was broken. She's possessed the house. Okay, so this is kind of old news. Lady Mamiya awoke. Had she, like, committed suicide? Quite possibly. This is a dark story. Another tonic. Oh my goodness. Do we want... Yeah, you know what? I think I've been excelling at tonic management. So let's swap the teams to Kazuo, Emi, Taro, and use that tonic right now. Bye-bye, Wolfie. Then Akiko can join this team. Then Kazuo will leave this team and join this team. And it all works so smoothly. We've been told we don't need the low key anymore. I'm still going to swap back for it. Because it was a dead body that told us that. What if it's lying or if it just is wrong? There's no harm in just having it. Okay. Save to commemorate our newly found hardiness. How's this corpse doing? Nothing. It's a talk to. You need 2 possessions to confront Lady Mamiya. You don't say. You need 2 possessions to confront Lady Mamiya. Is it the ruby ring and the something something? Oh, we need Asuka. So let's get out of here. Don't leave the... Because even you leave them stationary, and when you bring the other party in, they can get carried away by the ghost. And it's not like they can move on their own. Okay. Akiko is now the weakest attacker. So when we find an item, a new good sounding new weapon, we will swap out her soul sword. I assume Asuka, we just have to imagine her occasionally emptying the vacuum bag. Oh ho! Another shiny spear. That's been working great for Kazuo when he swapped out. And another tonic. Oh my goodness. Grey Wolf. Would love to find another blue candle. It would feel great to... Oh! We need 2 keys. But what do we swap? We've got 2 wires. Also, oh no. The ghosts are closing in. Alright. Wire below servant quarters. Can they get back without being ghost grabbed? Oh my goodness. Maybe the ghost just can't get you when you're covered. Or maybe I just did some excellent navigation. Hey, Abra. Hey, sweetie. Abra had a weird day yesterday because there was a smell in 2 specific spots of our first floor that made her angry and defensive. She randomly hissed 3 different times at nothing, and then became kind of like, not standoffish, well, like a little standoffish with me. Like, not, she let me pet her and she was purring, so like, it's not that standoffish, but if I held my hand out to her and was like, sniff me, she didn't want to sniff. And then today she's just back to normal. The 2 keys. Nice that they're 1 item. And I bet we'll find another blue candle. Can we do that all in like the 20 minutes I've got? Probably not, but I'll try. Well, this is the perfect duo to have this happen to. Because they're back on track already. Yeah, today she's gone for 2 big walks out to the patio. She no longer seems to think there's an evil smell. It's great. It's how I like to see my girl. Happy and not weird. Just saving some time. We're obviously not going to make it to join them, but this saves us travel time without the possibility of more random encounters. At the expense of, you know, accepting 1 hit there. Hey, Jeffawet. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. She is a cat. I was about to say the same thing. I figured that's what you're implying with the quotation marks. She had a great time out there. Both times. Once because Danielle was leaving the apartment via our 3rd floor exit, because we live in a 3-level townhouse. And it's called a townhouse, but it's actually, we're in an apartment building. But it's like interior, inside it's like a townhouse. And she was leaving from the 3rd floor, which has a window overlooking the shared patio space where Amber takes her walks. And so Danielle, walking past there, see, that's cool, right? The non-active party can still be affected by real-time events on the map. Alright. And so Danielle called down to her from high above, and she was like, she heard Danielle, she's like looking around, but it took her a moment to figure out she was upstairs. And then when she saw her, she was like, oh yeah. And she wasn't actually that excited when she saw her. She was like, oh yeah, that's where my girl was. But then Danielle came down to the 1st level and surprised her at the door. She liked that. Okay. I should have almost immediately... This is like with the cube puzzle in Wizardry that I kept trying to treat as 3 separate 3x3 grid puzzles because I didn't want to try to think in 3 dimensions. I should have gone with what was what my first instinct should have been. Yes, there are 3 blue candles. Okay, maybe this is a breezily paced game. Maybe I can find that 3rd blue candle and wrap up the session by getting through that door. We have the 2 keys now. The biggest thing that'll slow us down is the opening. And separately, she saw a little bird. Is that Lady Mamiya up ahead? Well, if it is, we need 2 possessions to confront her. So let's just, let's put a pin in that for now. Shame there's no close the door option, but probably Lady Mamiya isn't going to come out. I hope. I have no reason to believe that she won't come out. Maybe she will. Akiko frozen. We can take care of that. Ah. I meant to switch to Asuka. She uses Akiko's own kit on her. Alright, there's a bunch of doors to check. Oh, the 2 keys don't even open them all, which is actually helpful right now. Dun 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 dun. Okay, well, we have no choice but to step onto the ice. Oh, but we can do that, which is... it's not nothing, but... Can't grab her. Can we switch to her? Oh, she can just get out. Well, I wasted a lot of time unnecessarily retracing my steps earlier, but that's okay. And we've solved the mystery of the other door. It's just one of those opens from the other side. No, it's not. Then it opens to probably Emmy's key. Oh, no, of course it wouldn't have. Okay. That's fine. 15 minutes. Maybe we can hit the milestone. Also, there's another tonic here, which I will note on the map this time. Wait, can we just get out? No, we can't, because the ice goes right to the door. But that did the trick. Excellent. Back on track. Hey, squeaky girl. I agree, sweetie. And I'll be with you so soon. Oh, hey, it's a new room. And a new ring has been found. But also, how are we going to get out of here? Oh, because picks are going to help us on the ice too, I bet. And we need Kazuo in here. Hey. Is this the same NPC that we thought was dead before? Or is this a new one? It's Shiru's study! Hey pal. Yamamura, you're safe! It is Yamamura. We thought he was dead. This might be a trick. You've done well. Now, enter her room by the lower right door. Good luck! No go! Well, I don't know, pal. I don't know. Let's take this ring. The jade ring. Maybe the 2 rings are the 2 possessions we need? And there's 2 picks, so we can get 2... The picks must stop us on the ice so we can get 2 people back. But we need Taro to investigate the fresco. Split these 2 up. Whoops. Kazuo can wait. I like that you're not just locked in to the slide. Not sure if realistic is exactly the right word for it. Letters appear. Come on, be later. Yep, perfect. There's always 3 messages per month, so it's nice that I put them in the right order by guessing that June 17th would be the middle entry when I found that first. When the 2 meet, flash, it's yours. Okay. Okay. Now we need to get out. Which means we're leaving something behind. We've been told we don't need the low key. Let's trust that. Using the pick, you notice it doesn't say, but nothing happened. because I think that's equipping it, basically. I'll split this team up. We don't actually need both. Oh, hold on. Is there something to look at on the desk? No. Hey, Squeaky. Just a minute. Just a minute. So, I'll just leave Akiko here. Or I'll take Akiko. That doesn't matter. This is essentially the same... Whoops. Same thing. 10 minutes. Maybe we can find another blue candle in one of the few remaining rooms. Oh dear. This is bad. This is not a good sign. What's the deal? Is it because we have to use the pick while we're standing on the ice? Oh, right. Yes. Which is bad for Akiko right now. In fact... I can't remember when I last saved, but I'm going back. Oof. Okay, we're not getting this done. I was not saving enough. But, like... Gotta go in... Like, this is just one of those cases where you have to go in already knowing what you're doing. Okay. Well, retrace my steps here. We'll be ready to go next time. Or maybe I can circumvent the whole thing. By doing the doors that I hadn't done yet. And just not worrying yet about getting the jade ring. Okay, thank goodness the blow wind didn't have an effect. That would have been super frustrating. Are there no ghosts this time? That's fun. No, here they come. Maybe I'll get lucky if I get caught by the ghost and it will randomly guess where we, like, in the direction we want to go in. Oh, no. Oh, poison is okay right now. We can live with poison. Okay. No, you do get cover. That's nice. All right. All right. Hey, little girl. You can see a little bit of corner of Abra's head there. What a cute little head. 8 minutes. And I gotta say all the words to wrap up. But I'll plan in advance to say them real quick. Does the other party already have the other blue candle? Yes. Great stuff. Okay, maybe, just maybe. I don't understand the logistics of getting everybody... If you take a party of 3 into the place with 2 picks, how do they ever all get in? Maybe that's just, you know, old school game design. Maybe that is just one of the places where it goes, ah, if you went in here and you saved for some reason, you're not finishing with all 5. Or maybe you walk around in circles getting random battles until you get wind blown. Ah, the key doesn't work there. Perhaps indeed we actually need to confront Lady Mamiya first. Okay. I'm going to get the party regrouped and say, this was very good progress for a short session. And next time, we'll see. Obviously, based on the message we got, when the two are together, Flash, I think we're going to want to have both of those rings and Taro's camera on hand when we go that way. Okay. With just a couple of minutes left, perhaps I can get a couple of quick key details resolved here. Place the blue candle. Kazuo lights it. Of course nothing happened, Kazuo. Come on. We should all understand what's going on here. Alright, Taro. Leave the team. But then, hold on. Who else do I should bring two of them down there. Probably don't want to ditch the bow, the wire, the ruby. No. So, does Kazuo have something to ditch? Emi has a blank space. There's the answer. Taro and Emi. Taro and Emi. Team those two up. Asuka and Akiko have to unlock the door for them, and might as well take out the statue. We'll be poised to strike next time. We'll be meeting Lady Mamiya right at the start. So that's exciting. That's almost like ending on a milestone. It's ending on a cliffhanger. Dun, dun. So wait, what's my thought here? I don't even know what a pipe does. I don't know if I should be leaving it. But the low key I can leave for a pick. It's still not enough. Kazuo, you know what? There's something we can deal with not having anymore. And maybe we can even not have the pail anymore. But there are other wax candles in the world. Okay, let's try this. Actually, wait a minute. The answer is to do it one person at a time. Sorry. Emi, you go in on your own. Alright, Nemi was absolutely necessary. Is this really Yamamura-san? Or will he turn out to have died when we thought he died? Also, what's this axe? True study. Ah. Gotta do the cutscene. Oh, and the... Okay. Obviously, Taro does need to come in here. There's so much to do. Okay. What is this axe? Another cut axe. I don't think Emi can use an axe. Oh, she can. Hopefully that's better than the cut knife. Take the jade. Take the pick. I should be stopping. I just really want to get this done. boom, boom, boom. She's out. Can Taro swap one item? Yes, the low key. I think there's no random battles on the thing there. Not sure if it even matters. Whoops. But how to preserve it. Taro, come on. You should know this by now. I'm not sure if it matters to get the messages beyond reading them. But what if it does? Yamamura got out of here somehow. Perhaps because he's dead. And that was Ghost Yamamura. Band's all back together. And right on the cusp of meeting Lady Mamiya. We have both of the rings, which seems like what we need. We have the message that tells us probably we want Taro there to flash with the 2 rings. That's it. Okay. Gotta shut it down. But this was... I love this game. This is such a cool little game. And we're making breezy progress. I'm looking forward to making more next week. Maybe. We have to end that tabletop campaign that we've been doing for way longer than we thought we would. And that session got postponed. That might be next Sunday, but it might be short. So maybe next week, maybe I gotta take a week off. I don't know. What else is going on here? Well, tomorrow, I don't know when, but I'm gonna find the time to try. This is a horrible sound. But I gotta just live with it. No, I don't. We'll just close the game. There. Tomorrow, not sure when, but I'm going to find some time to try to beat Wizardry Gaiden 4 Throb of the Demon's Heart so that it's off my plate when school starts. I don't do cheap viewers here. Attitude. We only do high-class viewers. So goodbye forever. You are not high class. We don't need you. Exactly. Thank you, Stimpinski, for backing me up on that. So, yeah, Wizardry Gaiden 4 at some point tomorrow. Maybe I can beat it so it doesn't have to become an intermittent, ongoing thing when the school year starts, which is Tuesday. Tuesday evening, Greg will be over here, barring unforeseen disaster. Greg and James beat 'em up. We got SNK games on the menu, King of the Monsters 2, which may or may not really be a beat 'em up. We'll find out. And Mutation Nation. And then also a game called Big Fight or something like that by Tatsumi, which might be very generic, but Greg was reading about it and it sounded absurd. So who knows? We're going to find it. That's the whole idea of Greg and James beat 'em up. On Friday, back to Friday Night Frosthaven, doing the Elemental Cores scenario, which so far, so good in our second attempt. We've survived 3 rounds. We only got 3 rounds done in the episode last night, but we'll try to pick up the pace and we'll try to stay alive. We'll see how that goes. Who knows? But it could happen. You never know. It could happen. Next Saturday, starting Space Quest 2, which the subtitle is Someone's Revenge. I can't remember who, but presumably Samsarian will want revenge on Roger Wilco. So I'm looking forward to that. And before you know it, it'll be Sunday, and hopefully we'll be playing some more Sweet Home. But I guess we'll find out together when the time comes. If you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, you can't hear my voice. I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time that we're, desperately trying not to slide into the pile of corpses at the bottom of the ice hill in the mansion, take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.